Beyond the Gates spoilers for Wednesday, June 18, hint at some surprising developments in Fairmont Crest. So it's time to talk about what tomorrow's show will bring. First off, it looks like Bill Hamilton will face some challenges with his recovery. The BTG Weekly Preview showed a clip where Bill appeared distant, while Hayley Hamilton showed concern. Fans know that Bill hasn't been fully cooperating with his doctors and medical team regarding their advice, and he hasn't been putting in his full effort in rehab. If Bill experiences a setback, could this change his perspective? He not only has a young wife to support, but also a baby on the way. Across town, Beyond the Gates spoilers for June 18 suggest that Bill's daughter, Chelsea Hamilton, will take another important step in her relationship with Dr. Madison Montgomery. This is interesting, as Chelsea and Madison have already been making significant progress in their romance. The ladies had their first date and kiss on the Monday, June 16 episode. They also shared some more intimate moments, so what kind of big step will they take next? Will they decide to formally introduce each other to their families, move in together, get engaged? Either way, are Chelsea and Madison moving a little quickly? Finally, Ted Richardson will be seeking relationship advice, turning to his nephew, Andrew Richardson. This is a curious choice, since Andrew doesn't have a lot of experience in this area, although he has managed to get Dani Dupree to go public with their romance, making more progress with his Dupree sister than Ted is with Nicole Richardson. All jokes aside, despite his reputation, Andrew does have a good heart and believes in honesty is the best policy. So maybe he can offer Uncle Ted some solid advice on how to reconnect with Nicole. Beyond the Gates spoilers hint that by the weekend, Nicole will have some important news for Ted, which could lead to a significant change in their relationship status. We begin at the country club, where Martin believes a busboy whispered a suspicious phrase to him, though the busboy insists he was simply asking if Martin was ready for his check. When Vernon asks Martin what's bothering him, Martin expresses concern that he might be imagining things. When Martin repeats the phrase, Vernon confirms that those were indeed the words spoken that night. Then Martin begins to wonder, what if the busboy really did say those words? And what if he is the same person who said them before? Vernon thinks it's unlikely and explains that he had someone watch over the man after he took the settlement money and left the country. Still, Martin can't help but watch the waiter carefully as they leave the country club. The episode ends with Martin confronting the busboy to get some answers. Why are you talking to me? What do you want? And who are you? Meanwhile, Andrew runs into Naomi, who is busy at Orphagene's, where she gives him an encouraging update about her father's condition. She invites Andrew to join her booth, and the conversation shifts to Ashley and Derek. Andrew feels uneasy talking about Ashley and Derek's relationship issues behind their backs, but Naomi assures him it's okay since they're both trying to keep things together. Andrew tries to seem upbeat when Naomi mentions that Derek is planning to propose, but even she admits it might be a bit soon. She worries that Derek's recent serious accident affected both his and Ashley's emotions, which is why they moved in together so quickly. At Uptown, Ashley is stunned when she sees Derek's engagement ring. She's also surprised that Naomi knew about the plan. And when Derek tries to place the ring on her finger, she reacts strongly. He calmly explains that he isn't expecting her to say yes right away or make any big decisions that night. He just wants to make it official and show who we are, that we belong together for our whole lives. But as he speaks, Ashley's emotions start to overwhelm her. After all, she came into this dinner expecting Derek to end things. The love that this ring represents ties us together, forever, Derek says. Will you wear it? Unfortunately, she can't give him the answer he hopes for. I'm sorry, Derek, I'm just not ready, she says. When he asks why, she explains that it just doesn't feel right. When they moved in together, she had a feeling deep down that they weren't doing it for the right reasons, and now she's finally listening to that feeling. Derek admits he has doubts too, but Ashley assures him she's being honest. "Maybe you just finally said out loud what you've been feeling," she says, that they're both unsure where their relationship is headed. Ashley insists she isn't keeping Derek around while waiting for something better. She says she's not looking for anyone else, but Derek replies, "Maybe you should. Maybe we both should." With that, he leaves the bar, leaving Ashley in tears. Just then, Andrew arrives at Uptown and offers Ashley support. Ashley tells him about the proposal, or rather, how it felt more like an ultimatum. Andrew says Derek is impulsive, but believes he'll calm down and realize he rushed into things. Ashley isn't so sure. "When he walked out, it felt like my whole future walked out the door with him," she says. Meanwhile, Joey meets Vanessa at the casino, where she confronts him directly. "It must have been bold to try to impress me at the same place where you've been playing against my husband," she says, pointing out she knows his real interest is in her real estate firm. Vanessa understands Joey needs a respected business that can discreetly handle large transactions, one owned by someone with a strong reputation and community ties. "My firm fits that description perfectly," she says. Joey responds that it's not quite that simple, urging her to be practical. "You don't have much leverage. You owe me a significant amount," he reminds her. He admits he cares more about Vanessa than Doug, which is why he has a proposal. Vanessa will handle real estate deals for him, taking a commission that covers Doug's debts. "Simple, effective, and discreet," he says. Then Vanessa surprises him. "You wasted all that effort? The whole time you just had to ask." She doesn't want to be Joey's mark, she wants to be his partner, suggesting a 6% commission for Doug and a 12% commission for herself, in addition to wiping Doug's false debt clean at the start. Joey tells Vanessa that she's asking for too much, but she has another option ready. If he refuses, she'll use her business connections to put an end to Joey's unauthorized activities permanently. "I like you, Joey, I really do," she says. "There's no reason for us to be in conflict when there are much better options on the table, so to speak." Joey agrees to Vanessa's terms, and instead of signing a contract right away, they simply shake on the deal. Chelsea and Madison sit down for dinner, where they enjoy some lighthearted conversation over Chinese food. Chelsea shares her plan to transition from model to designer, giving Madison a virtual tour of her studio space. Madison mentions that she feels like she already knows Chelsea from following her on social media. Madison is a bit uneasy about the idea of millions of people feeling like they know Chelsea, but Chelsea explains that people only know what she chooses to share. She promises Madison she'd never post anything about anyone without their permission. Madison then tells Chelsea about her coming-out journey with her father, which leads Chelsea to talk about Bill. "It's hard to open up to someone who hasn't earned your trust," she says, then gently steers the conversation back to Madison. Chelsea tells Madison that she identifies as queer, and this isn't just a phase. While she hasn't had a long-term relationship with a woman before, she has had meaningful connections. Madison appreciates the honesty and the warmth between them. To help Madison feel more confident about moving forward, her fortune cookie offers a bit of encouragement. "Go for it." With that, their connection deepens as they share an intimate, heartfelt moment. Candles and music set a cozy atmosphere. Smitty arrives to interview Marcel for the Washington Record, and Jacob's associate appears quite concerned. When Smitty brings up their shared connection to Jacob, Marcel also mentions that he knows about the Leslie Thomas case and the Dupree family. Smitty reveals that he knows quite a bit about Marcel too, pulling up information about his yacht club membership. He even shows Marcel a photo of himself with Joey in the background, wondering how they've never crossed paths as members of the same club. Marcel finds the questioning unusual, so Smitty refocuses somewhat. He asks about an unresolved case involving Joey that seemed to benefit both Joey and Marcel. It's interesting how your paths and Joey's keep crossing, Smitty says. Marcel ends the interview early, hinting that it's best not to judge others too quickly. When Smitty asks what he means, Marcel replies, "That's for you to figure out. You're the investigative reporter." Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest that Hayley Hamilton is many things, but not someone interested in financial gain. She seems to genuinely care about Bill Hamilton and is very worried about his recent health issues. However, it appears that he may face some setbacks the week of June 16, which will cause Bill to be concerned about Hayley's future. Because of this, he will consider arranging a new life insurance policy. How will Dani Dupree respond when she learns this? Amid all the challenges Bill and Hayley face, the newly married couple recently discovered they are expecting, something not entirely surprising since they have been trying. Still, as Hayley is set to have Bill's baby, his recent health scare has deeply unsettled him. His other two daughters, Chelsea Hamilton and Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne, are grown women with established careers and are fairly independent now, especially financially. A new baby coming into the family will need a dad for comfort, love, and stability. Bill is determined to do everything he can to ensure that the last thing Hayley or his baby ever have to worry about is money, especially if something unexpected happens to him. If he experiences another health setback, it could really alarm him. Beyond the Gates, spoilers suggest Bill will try to arrange a new life insurance policy. If Dani hears about this, she may confront Hayley, possibly accusing her of encouraging Bill to do this, suggesting, unfairly, that Hayley's plan was to secure Bill and start a family mainly for financial reasons. Dani might also question whether Hayley has been caring enough for Bill to avoid his health issues, though she is likely to misunderstand and overreact to the situation. Still, will Dani take any further action? Will she try to persuade Bill not to get a new life insurance policy? Might she argue that it should wait until after the baby is born? Will Bill listen? How much tension could arise if Dani finds out about Bill's plans? Join the conversation below. Beyond the Gates 2-week spoilers for June 16 to 27, 2025 reveal Eva Thomas achieving success and Hayley Lawson in a state of panic. On Monday, June 16th, Andrew Richardson runs into Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne at Origins. They talk about Derek Baldwin and Ashley Morgan's relationship. While Ashley and Derek's storyline might not be the most exciting for some viewers, Andrew and Naomi seem quite invested. Andrew shares that Ashley worries Derek might end their relationship, while Naomi thinks Derek plans to propose, though she's skeptical about whether that's a good idea. Derek does indeed propose. Ashley admires the ring but feels it's too soon. Derek reacts poorly, believing Ashley might be hesitant for other reasons, but Ashley simply feels the timing is too fast. Derek becomes jealous of an unnamed person, perhaps Andrew. Derek leaves, Ashley is upset, and Andrew offers comfort. It seems he may spend the night at her apartment. Meanwhile, Martin Richardson speaks with Vernon Dupree about a mysterious figure from the past. Martin wonders if this person has returned, but Vernon reassures him the person is out of the country and has been paid off. Nonetheless, Vernon remains concerned. Martin grows anxious and confronts the individual directly, which causes a scene that is uncharacteristic for a congressman. Vanessa McBride and Joey Armstrong's relationship goes beyond casual friendship as they negotiate a business deal. Joey believes Vanessa should help manage some financial matters involving Doug's debt to him. Vanessa's attitude is firm, making it clear Doug owes Joey, not her. Despite this, there is a clear connection between Vanessa and Joey, and she seems drawn to his adventurous side. She also believes he really needs her, since she's running a legitimate business and could potentially help with some financial logistics due to the significant size of real estate transactions. After some back-and-forth negotiation, They agree on her receiving a commission in exchange for him waiving Doug's financial obligations. They finalize the agreement in a friendly and respectful way. Meanwhile, we're seeing more of Marcel. Do you remember him? Jacob Hawthorne's older, grouchy partner, who has some questionable connections. Bradley Smitty Smith is working on a new assignment and ends up interviewing Marcel. During his research, he comes across a photo of Marcel and Joey, and he notices that Marcel owns a boat that seems a bit beyond what a public salary would typically cover. Smitty, being a sharp investigative reporter, starts asking questions. Marcel grows defensive and warns Smitty not to dig too deep, hinting that Smitty may have his own unresolved matters to consider. It's clear Marcel knows something about the Martin situation, and that could complicate things. On Tuesday, June 17th, Ander and Dani Dupree share a heartfelt conversation and open up to each other. In this week's promo, Ander is seen comforting Ashley after what seems to have been an emotional night. While it's not entirely clear what happened, Ander has long-held feelings for Ashley. They've known each other for years, even before she met Derek, and though she's always gently declined his advances, things may be shifting. If Ashley believes her relationship with Derek is truly over, her closeness with Ander might reflect a turning point. It'll be interesting to see how Dani reacts to this and whether Ander is open about it. Everything likely hinges on how Ashley chooses to interpret what happened. Vanessa is also at a crossroads, trying to determine how much she's willing to do to support Doug after the recent turmoil in their personal lives. Smitty, meanwhile, suggests that Martin might benefit from speaking with a professional, especially in light of his recent mental strain. On Wednesday, June 18th, Chelsea Hamilton and Madison take another meaningful step in their growing relationship. They're becoming closer, and this week marks a major moment for them. Ander also shares some relationship advice with Dr. Ted Richardson, which is interesting, given Ander's own complicated situation. Right now, he's navigating sensitive dynamics with more than one person, and emotions are running high, especially with Ashley having just ended an engagement. Bill Hamilton is back home from the hospital this week and feeling grateful. Hayley, however, has more questions than answers. She walks in on Bill handling something quietly, making a call about life insurance. It appears Bill may be concerned about the future and wants to make sure Hayley and the baby are secure and provided for. Then on Thursday, June 19th, Naomi promises to help June. We haven't seen Naomi in a while, not since she began her recovery and started regaining mental clarity. Many of June's personal belongings were taken when she was living out of her car, possibly mishandled by a social worker who wasn't following proper procedures. Among those items is something very important to June, and Naomi is determined to help her get it back. Smitty continues his investigation and may uncover something unexpected about his husband, Martin. If it turns out that Marcel played a role in quietly resolving a previous situation involving Martin, or if Marcel is involved with someone like Bill in a financial sense, it could create serious complications. Smitty, being diligent, is sure to get to the bottom, and Thomas Tom Navarro is intrigued to learn that Catherine Cat Richardson has high expectations of him. Hopefully, he'll live up to them. On Friday, June 20th, Vanessa decides to fully embrace her new dynamic with Joey, both professionally and personally. It's unclear what this means for Doug, but Vanessa feels confident and content in her current situation. Vernon finds himself dealing with a resurfacing issue and makes a call to alert someone that an old challenge has returned. Meanwhile, Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson delivers unexpected news to Ted. From June 23rd through the 27th, Vernon continues working to resolve the lingering issue affecting Martin. Meanwhile, Kat managed to get access to Dana Leslie Thomas' DNA sample and will soon find out if it's enough to initiate legal proceedings. Nicole doubts there will be any consequences for Leslie, and she might be right. We'll also see whether Anders' interest in Ashley develops into something more serious, though the odds don't look great right now. Even though she didn't explicitly say it was a one-time thing, it seems like this connection is more of a rebound. Joey and Vanessa are becoming entangled in both business and personal matters. We'll see more updates on the Articulates reunion. Eva is settling into her new role working with Ted, but Kat isn't going to be happy when she learns her father has appointed someone else to take on responsibilities at the office. Thomas continues to grow closer to Kat, but will Kat's lingering jealousy of Eva disrupt their budding relationship? Chelsea and her partner Madison continue to build their relationship. And now that Bill is back home, there's concern about whether he'll follow his doctor's guidance. Hayley, who's expecting, is hopeful the added pressure won't affect her health. Beyond the Gates, what to watch moments for Tuesday, June 17, 2025, bring unexpected revelations and heartfelt decisions. Some fan-favorite characters are making major changes. Vanessa is beginning to reflect on a big decision regarding Doug, and how that choice could influence their marriage. At the same time, Smitty urges Martin to seek the support he needs. Dani and Andrew reveal something deeply personal. Things are becoming more complex, and characters are stepping up in support of their loved ones. Let's start with Vanessa, who's navigating a complicated situation. In Tuesday's episode, she will need to decide whether she's ready to make a major personal choice for Doug. Spoilers suggest Vanessa continues relying on Joey for guidance and support. However, she may take on more responsibility than either of them expected, which could strain her relationship with Doug. Will she trust Joey with a significant part of their business operations? And if so, what effect might that have on her marriage, even if her intentions are good? Elsewhere, Smitty is worried about his husband. Martin is facing unresolved emotional challenges, and Smitty sees the toll it's taken. He encourages Martin to seek help for the troubling thoughts he's been experiencing. Will Martin accept the support, or will he continue confronting his past head-on, regardless of the emotional cost? Meanwhile, Dani has come to realize her feelings for Andrew. What began as a carefree connection has become more meaningful. Their relationship has been lighthearted, but now there's emotional depth emerging. As they grow more open with one another, Dani and Andrew are set to share a surprising truth in Tuesday's episode. Will this deepen their bond or test it? Lots of moves and mysteries made Monday's June 16 episode of Beyond the Gates intriguing. The unsettling behavior of the busboy left Martin visibly shaken, prompting the congressman to address the situation directly by the end of the hour. Madison was the one to take the initiative with Chelsea. Vanessa's unexpected proposal caught Joey Armstrong off guard, and Smitty may find himself in a tough spot after his interview with Marcel Malone. Also, Derek's bold gesture didn't go as planned. Joey Armstrong was caught completely off balance. Vanessa took control of their conversation and guided the negotiation in her direction. She offered Joey a business opportunity through her real estate agency, assuring him there were better ways to handle financial challenges than the situation with Doug. Now that everything is out in the open, she wants a professional partnership and is setting the terms. As part of the arrangement, Joey would need to forgive Doug's debt and compensate him for his involvement, offering a 6% commission. Vanessa, meanwhile, would earn 12% and have the final say on property selections. Joey was impressed by her confidence and strategy. Although he's usually good at reading people, Vanessa is proving to be a unique challenge. There's something curious about Madison. She's intelligent, successful, and seems to lead an impressive life as a hardworking neurologist. But she's also raising some eyebrows. Why does she seem so knowledgeable about Chelsea's online presence? It might be nothing, given Chelsea's background as a public figure and former model. But Madison's mysterious nature when they first met at Uptown lingers in our minds. We're hoping this is the beginning of a meaningful relationship for Chelsea, but it's natural to have some questions. Still, it was unexpected to see Madison take the first step. Hopefully, everything is above board. Chelsea deserves someone great. Meanwhile, Smitty wasn't looking to write a soft or overly curated feature on the well-known detective Marcel Malone. Malone didn't appreciate Smitty's more probing questions about his lifestyle and connections to Joey Armstrong. It's becoming more likely that Marcel knows more than he's letting on about the night that turned Martin's world upside down. Now Marcel seems to be withholding important details, even from his own family, Smitty included. When the questions got a little too pointed, Malone quickly cut the interview short, well before the hour Smitty was scheduled to spend with him. If Smitty keeps digging, it could complicate things. Marcel clearly knows who he is and how they're connected. As for Derek and Ashley, their relationship continues to face challenges. Derek's unexpected decision to propose surprised Ashley. Given their previous struggles even living together, the proposal didn't address the core of their issues. Ashley responded with a "not yet," which Derek seemed to interpret as a final answer. He decided to leave, unsure of their future. This might mark the conclusion of a relationship that has been struggling since Beyond the Gates began. What did you think of Monday's episode? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.